Hi, hello my able viewers. Welcome to another episode of Emmy Dave Kitchen. If you are a newcomer to this channel, you have done well by stopping by to see what is going on in this channel. Today we are going to cook stew, and with that stew we are going to cook white rice to go along with it. So without wasting time, let's go to my kitchen and let's start rocking it. So let me quickly introduce you to the ingredients we would be using for our stew today. So for the stew we will be cooking today, we are not going to use fresh tomatoes. I know some people usually have difficulties cooking their stews with just canned tomatoes or tin tomatoes, but today we are going to cook real stew with tin tomatoes. And then for the ingredients, as I said earlier, I will be using 1 pound of diced tomatoes, another 1 pound of crushed tomatoes, and 1/2 pound of tomato paste. I have 1 large onion already cut. This is 2 cloves of garlic. I will be using this to boil my meat. I have salt to taste, which I'll be using as needed. This is chicken seasoning flavor. I would be adding 2 tablespoons, and for seasoning of my meat I will be using 1 tablespoon. So here I have cooking oil. I will be using 2 cups of cooking oil for my stew today. And then here I have curry. I will be using just 1/2 teaspoon. So now let's come over to this place and I will show you the meat I'll be using for my stew. I will be using 2 pounds of chicken already cut, and all I need to do is to wash and start cooking. And to go along with it, I will be using 1 pound of beef honeycomb, and that will be all for our stew. And for our white rice, so for the pepper, I will be using 1 cup of already crushed pepper, and that's it for the stew. Then for our white rice, we will be using 4 cups, or we will be cooking 4 cups of rice today. Now my fellow viewers, let us start the cooking without wasting time. So now quickly I will wash the meat. I will combine both the chicken and the meat and the honeycomb. Sorry about that. I already combined the chicken and the honeycomb. I will wash this and then set it on the stove. It's already washed, so I just want to wash it one more time, Yes. So here already I have my garlic. My 1 spoon, already mentioned, I'll be using 1 spoon. I will be using part of the onion as well. Just a little bit of the salt and a half teaspoon of curry, and so to this I will be adding just 1 cup of water. Boiling meat does not require too much of water if you want the ingredients to penetrate deep into the meat. However, we will cover this now, and the next thing I'll do is go open up my tomatoes, start frying, and then we will now start cooking our rice. So now, while the meat is boiling, I will start frying my tomatoes. This will hasten the process. We don't need to wait for the meat to boil before we start frying. So now I will transfer my 2 cups of oil into the cooking pot and then allow it to get hot a little bit. So while the oil is getting hot, let me show you my diced tomatoes. Did you see the diced tomatoes? This is the diced tomatoes. And now this is the tomato paste. And this is the crushed tomatoes. So why am I using these two, that is the different textures of tomatoes? This is going to give our stew a fresh look. When you use just tin tomato alone, there's a way it usually looks, and then it gets so tiring on time. But when you use the combination of these 3, you will have a feel of a fresh tomato. It will give you that good combination, as if you have bought the fresh tomato and then blend it. So that is the feel we want to have in our tomato. And the tomatoes I have here are fresh tomatoes and does not contain, they are organic tomatoes. So I believe my oil is ready. So now my oil is hot. So I will need to add some of the onions just to give it a very nice aroma. That is the main purpose of adding the onions. It will give it a very nice aroma. I like, most people believe that not frying your oil with onions before cooking your stew will not give it a nice aroma. They believe that it has its own job to do in the stew. So the first thing we'll be adding is our tomato paste, and then we will add the crushed tomato and the diced tomato afterwards. You can see it's very simple. This is MD Kitchen, where cooking is made simple. Cooking made simple. And lastly, our crushed tomato. You can see how nice, how beautiful, how bright our tomato is. No preservative, no color in the tomato I'm using. There are some, tin tomatoes that does not have preservative in them. So the next thing we should not forget is our pepper. I am using crushed pepper so as to give it a fresh taste as well. And for my crushed pepper, I am using 1 cup because I love pepper. 1 cup of pepper. So for the pepper, it depends on your discretion. Some people don't like pepper at all. You can use 1 spoon, and if you feel you are very sensitive to pepper, then you may leave that out. But pepper gives the stew a very nice taste, I must tell you that. So I will just cover this and let it cook slowly. We will still come back to it to add our ingredients gradually. As you can see, we only have the tomato, and the tomato is still frying. We have not added any ingredients at all. However, we need to go back and see how our meat is doing on the other side. As you can see, this is looking really good, and it's almost ready for the deep fryer. What I'll just do is to give this 3 more minutes. After 3 more minutes, I believe it will be ready for frying. That is, well, for this we are only going to fry the chicken. For the honeycomb, we are not going to fry. It's have a better taste when it's cooked without frying. So that we are not going to fry. All this, all these strategies or all these techniques are what gives the stew a very nice taste that no one can even resist. That is, if you're a lover of stew, you will not be able to resist the taste because it will come out really nice. The taste of the fried chicken and the fresh taste of the honeycomb will improve the taste of our stew. However, while we have our meat and our stew or our tomato combinations frying, we can now start working on cooking our rice. However, before that, I need to set my deep fryer to make sure it's ready whenever I'm ready to fry my chicken. So here I already have it plugged, so I am just going to set it to medium heat just to make sure it doesn't get overheated. And then I will do this, clear this. So I already have my water in the rice cooker, getting ready to boil. So all I need to do is to quickly go wash the rice to make sure it's ready when the water gets boiled. And just as I said earlier, I am going to be using 4 cups of rice for this cooking. One good thing about this is you mustn't cook this for just 1 sitting. If I cook this now, I can just, with the stew, the rice, I can put them in the freezer. And whenever I'm ready to eat it, just to bring them out, warm in the microwave, and food is ready. Especially if you are a worker and it's usually very busy. These are the kind of things you can do in your house. Cook your food, put them in the freezer, and whenever you need them, you just bring them out warm and you're ready to go. purpose of washing this rice, you need to wash to remove starch. I love washing my rice because I don't like much starch in it. So washing at least 4 to 5 times is what I usually do to remove as much starch as possible. So until until the water becomes clear and I'm able to, see the rice. That is when I usually stop washing the rice. Some people usually wash with salt. I do that sometimes as well, but today I am not going to wash my rice with salt. Our stew is not doing bad at all. And then our meat is ready for the deep fryer. So I will turn this off and then start the frying process. Our water should be ready now for the rice. Actually, we don't have to wait for the water to get boiled before transferring our rice to it. Okay. Yes, our food is almost done. Very simple. Now, this is the meat stock from the boiled chicken. So I will just have this added to the stew. Then mix together. So after stirring this, I will allow it to cook for about 2 minutes. So while that is gradually cooking, I will need to still clear this place the more. We need to create space in our kitchen. Creating space in the kitchen is very, very important. I hope you're enjoying our cooking today. This is Emmydive Kitchen, where cooking is made simple. Cooking made simple. My stew is done. The next thing I need to do is to, add the meat, the chicken, pinch of salt, and the remaining 1 spoon of chicken flavor. And then lastly, the remaining part of our onion. And then stir. As you can see, our stew is ready, and I believe the rice is ready as well. Yeah. So I will just let this sit for like 2 minutes, and then we will be done with the stew. So let me look up my rice. Fully cooked. And the next thing we need to do now is to start dishing our food. So how do you feel about this cooking? You can see it's just so simple, very simple, you know. Let me turn off this and then keep it warm. All I need to do now is to go get my plate, and then let's start eating our food. Yeah. So how did you see this? How did you see our cooking today? Very simple cooking. Did you know I did not even spend up to 30 minutes in this cooking? Once you have everything set up, you don't have much time. You know, there is no, you don't have to waste much time on the cooking. Very fast and very easy. It's just to combine at the right time, and then that's it. So as you can see, my food is ready for tasting. Oh my god, this is a very nutritious and satisfying food. Very satisfying. For my regular viewers, they know I love tasting food a lot. This food is #1. What did I just say? #1. So please try it. Try all these recipes, you know. You don't have to keep thinking, what do I have to cook today? What do I have to cook tomorrow? Oh my god, I don't know what to cook today. With Emmy Div Kitchen, you don't have to bother yourself about all that. Just come to Emmy Div Kitchen, and immediately you step into Emmy Div, you will have an idea of what you need to eat. You have so many food items in your house that you may think, oh, I don't even have anything to cook. But once you come to this kitchen, you will realize that all the ingredients in your cupboard, all the food in your pantry can make up a very nutritious and quality food than even what you will go to the restaurant or to the buffet and get. This is one of them. Very simple. Just make use of the ingredient. Walk around your ingredients, and they will give you a very nutritious meal. So if you're still new to this channel, please like, subscribe, and share this video. And for our regular viewers that have not subscribed to this channel, we encourage you to do so. Please support this channel by sharing our video, liking, and also subscribing by clicking the subscribe button below. We truly appreciate your patience, always sitting down anticipating what we have in stock for you every week. Thank you for watching. This is a day with Emidiv Kitchen, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.